Hello, friends. The helicopter blades didn't sound like a machine. They sounded like a warning. Below, the coastline was a dark ribbon. The city lights were far behind, like our world didn't even exist out here. On a cliff rose a kingdom. Its windows were warm gold, and the driveway curved like a private runway. It wasn't built for comfort. It was built to make people feel small. I was there because of one line in an anonymous email. On Valentine's night, love becomes a weapon in the $100 million houses. No name, just a warning to watch what happens. Inside, security moved like shadows. They were looking for mistakes that could ruin a reputation or end a marriage. The air smelled like cedar and intention. I walked through doors taller than my future. The guests were manufactured beautiful. Perfect skin, practiced laughter. Behind every smile, a calculation. It felt like the soundtrack to a deal being signed. Then I saw him, the billionaire, standing near a fireplace like he owned fire itself. Gravity belonged to him. His partner stood beside him, lucky but not at peace. He opened a velvet box. Inside was a ring that didn't sparkle. It burned. A diamond so big it looked like frozen lightning. Someone whispered a number like a prayer, 7 million. For a second, it looked like a fairy tale, until I saw her hand trembling, not from happiness, but from pressure, because in that room, gifts were chains with glitter. Love becomes a weapon. Her eyes flicked away, searching for a door, remembering how to breathe without permission. Portraits of his life lined the walls, hungry and smiling beside buildings he'd bought like toys. I asked a waiter what was downstairs. He didn't answer. He only glanced toward security. His face changed, like a man remembering consequences. Then the music stopped. The experience was beginning. A hidden wall opened to an impossible indoor garden. Thousands of red roses arranged like an ocean. The air smelled like heaven and control. She held his hand lightly. I heard a whisper. "It's not the roses. Down there he keeps the thing he never shows." I walked to the glass elevator. My phone vibrated. The elevator moved like a coffin. Below the party, the mansion changed, cold concrete and silence. I expected a wine cellar. I found a museum of control, a corridor built for truth, not beauty. On a long table, gifts were laid out like trophies. Not love, but deeds, keys, contracts, insurance. The billionaire's partner was there. She whispered the truth. "He doesn't buy gifts, he buys silence." "He buys a story," she said. "And if you don't accept the story, the mansion changes." Behind that door, he keeps proof of politicians, CEOs, everyone who visited here. "Tonight," she whispered, "he's going to make me choose, stay or disappear." Then the message came, a command, not a warning. He knows we're down here. Above us, the music cut off. The whole world stopped breathing. He's looking right at us. The door began to unlock, a slow, deliberate click. The mansion itself was smiling. The door opened like a predator's mouth. He walked in alone, just the billionaire and the sound of his shoes on concrete. Upstairs, they worship him. Down here, he's something older. His face was calm, but it wasn't kindness. It was certainty. "Love is about leverage," he whispered. He didn't control people by hurting them. He reminded them they could be hurt. He showed her the truth that protects the dream, her life, her secrets, her freedom, all becoming his weapons. "Tonight you will smile. You will accept the necklace. Or I will tell the world a story that ends you." But someone left a crack in the wall. An anonymous message. 30 seconds to decide the ending of this movie. The billionaire is still smiling, walking her to the lie, but the power is in my hands now. Project Mirror has just begun. The elevator rose like a heartbeat returning, but mine wasn't returning. Mine was racing. 30 seconds. One weak spot. A mansion designed like a fortress, with a single hidden flaw. The security system wasn't just cameras, it was the mansion's nervous system. The billionaire stood beside her, guiding her like a director guiding an actress. He wasn't holding her. He was steering her. The doors opened. The rose garden glowed under soft lights. It was a perfect illusion. He placed the necklace box in front of her like a sacred offering. Everyone watched, not because they cared about love, because they cared about power pretending to be love. I moved through the crowd, acting like a guest. My eyes searched for anything, an access panel, a control hub, a hidden door. Then I saw it. Near the grand staircase, behind a wall of orchids, was a discreet door with a keypad. 2 guards stood nearby, but they were relaxed. A waiter typed in a code, the door opened, and in that single moment I moved. I slid in behind him. The door shut, cutting off the music. Inside was the mansion's brain. Screens, cables, blinking lights. I saw a master panel labeled ballroom, garden, vault. That word hit me like ice. You really thought it would be that easy? My blood turned to stone. The billionaire stood in the doorway. No guards, just him. I don't need to own her, he said softly. I own what people believe about her, and I own what people will believe about you. Romance is the easiest mask to wear. I give her roses so the world thinks I'm soft. I give her a mansion so she forgets there is a world outside. I looked at him. I saw a man terrified of losing control. You can't buy love. You can buy a ring, a mansion, but you can't buy peace. Your Valentine's Day isn't romance. It's a hostage situation. I hit the button. Camera feed, offline. For 2 seconds, the mansion went blind. Upstairs, she stood sudden, sharp. Like a chain had loosened, I ran toward her. Go, I said, before the house remembers it can trap you. She did the unthinkable. She closed the necklace box without opening it. A collective gasp swept the guests. I'm done, she said. The mansion finally revealed its truth. It was built to prevent someone from leaving. She turned toward the exit. Romance or freedom. Valentine's Day in a mansion isn't about love. It's about whether you can still choose. This is Project Mirror. Like and subscribe.